Hello, my name is Hannah, and today I decided that I wanted to murder myself again and build a huge farmhouse. Well, not again. I didn't build another, but build a huge thing again so that I had to talk for longer. Because as much as I love doing voiceovers, 12 minutes is a bit long for me, even though it's only 4 minutes longer than my normal voiceover. Those 4 minutes just kind of kill my voice, and I kind of just have to chug an entire glass of water. But then I also really like building big mansions and farmhouses and big farms and stuff. So my brain cannot choose which one it wants. I think the big houses is winning currently though. But that's fine, right? I have water set aside for these kind of things. I just got water sitting next to me because sometimes I also I'll pause and I'll be like, what do I talk about next? And then I'll just get some water and I'll be like, okay, now my voice doesn't hurt as much. But that's okay. I think yesterday, or it may have been the day before, I was looking at because in my gallery builds, I'll put hashtag in the my name. Well, not Hannah, but KayBeeSimss, because I don't really know why I do it, but I just do. So all of my builds are in the same place under a single hashtag. And I was looking at it the other day. I was like, oh wow, I have a lot of builds because I think I started that right when I just started my channel, so I have quite a bit of builds with that hashtag. But I was looking and I'm like, that's my build. That's not my name. People started re-uploading my builds on the gallery. Honestly, I tweeted about this yesterday, I think, but I feel like the normal reaction would be to be mad, but I was laughing. I was laughing so hard. I was like, this is the most hilarious thing ever, which I don't know. That just happened to be my reaction. I thought it was so funny. I was just like, why though? Okay, but there's I think it was only 3 or 4 that I saw on there, mostly by the same person, but I don't really care. But I think it was my 10K budget build that was green. I saw that one, and they had re-uploaded it twice because I looked at their page. I was like, did they do this the entire time? No, they're actually got 100 times more downloads than I do on their cast creations. But they just had my build that they had emptied and put new flooring in. And they kept the description and everything. My description and the hashtag, that's how I found it. It's because they copied the hashtag and the name. It is called the exact same thing. It has everything the same except for the inside of the house. Which I thought was strange because it literally probably took them 12 seconds to do that. Because they just probably placed it as an empty lot. And then changed the flooring. Nice work, buddy, but also, I guess that build also had 340 downloads on the gallery, which is quite a bit for some of my builds. Usually they get 30 to 40 downloads, but this one got a lot. I don't exactly know why. It's just a 10K house that I kind of spent half an hour on. But I'm very grateful for those downloads. That's probably, I have 4 or 5 builds that have over 100 downloads, and those is what's gotten me to 5,500 downloads on the gallery. But I was just buddy, okay, this person got 20 downloads, and I'm like, what's the point? You have 300,000 downloads, because their Sims are good. They've got a bunch of downloaded Sims and stuff, but they've got 4 or 5 items on their gallery page that are just somebody else's stuff. I'm just what? I don't get it necessarily, but it doesn't matter that much. But I also wanted to say, I have it written down on a sticky note. I wanted to say thank you for all the comments I've been getting, because I've gotten a lot of comments recently, and they're always so nice, and I just feel so happy when I get to respond to comments, even though I know I suck at responding to comments, and they're all the exact same response. I'm really sorry. I just really don't know how to do that thing. I don't know how to comment in the first place, but respond to comments who are being so nice to me. I'm like, what do I do? So I'm just thank you for all of them. I find it really nice, and it's just, yeah, it's very good. But 30 minutes ago, I was onto the 2 stories that I was planning on telling, but it's been 5 minutes and I'm not even onto the stories yet. But I have these air plants that I keep. I think I've talked about them before. I don't think I've talked about this before, but I think every other day I have to spray them with water, but it's like filtered water, so like they're fancy. They're fancy plants. They have to come like, you can't get like sink water. You got to be fancy with them. So I just put it in like a spray mist bottle, and it's just, I water them. But on Sundays, I have decided, because they need a once weekly bath, you have to just set them in some water, like not that much water, but like some water, so they can soak or something. I don't really know the purpose behind it, but they're doing that right now. I usually leave them in there for like half an hour, because the like card that they gave me at the store said 10 minutes to an hour. And I'm like, that's a fairly large time slot. So I was like, half an hour seems fine. I have left them in there for 3 hours before, though, so my memory isn't very good. But, you know, mostly I haven't been forgetting about them, but that's okay. They're chilling over there, just on my table, just soaking in a tiny bowl, because that's what I don't know what else to put them in. So they're just kind of sitting in a bowl, hanging out. They're about half covered in water. They got wet pretty quickly, which is pretty good. That I don't exactly know how much I'm supposed to water them, because I'll just like mist them like 3 to 4 times, and I'm like, they look fine, so I may be killing them, which I hope not, because they were kind of expensive tiny plants, because they're tiny, and they were not cheap. But that's fine. But now on to my story that I was planning on talking about for most of the time, but I think 6 minutes left is probably a good amount of time, because I cannot elongate stories for the life of me. So this story happens in my English class in 6th grade. Now I'm very sorry, because this story involves another person who has no clue that I have a YouTube channel, that I talk about random scenarios that I have happened in my life. So I'm really sorry, but I'm not going to say their names, so, you know, it doesn't really matter. Just, if the person finds out, please don't come up to me at school, please. if I don't even know if they go to the same school as me now, but like, that's fine. So 6th grade, so 6th grade English class was 2 hours long for some reason. They just felt like they wanted to torture us with English in 6th grade. So for 2 hours at the end of the day, I had English class. Now, in the middle of this English class, we had a bathroom break for some reason, because, like, it was, like, the only time of the day that you could actually go to the bathroom. Sometimes I would go, but usually I don't go to the bathroom at schools, because, they're creepy. But that's besides the point. But during this bathroom break, we got up we were in the classroom where the story takes place. But it was about that time, so that's why that's important. So she, like, the English teacher, I think, it was a she. It was a girl. Okay, so the teacher tells us to go, like, line up by the door, because, you know, we're 6th graders, so, you know, we still do line leaders and stuff. But we, you know, it wasn't necessarily, like, it was like a first come, first, you know, in line kind of thing. But I walk up to the door, and I just stand there, and because I'm, like, front row at this point, so I walked up to the door really, like, pretty quickly, because I don't like standing in front of the entire class alone. So I walk up there, and I stand next to the door. And then this crowd, like, horde of, like, 8 boys from my English class come running at me. And obviously that's not the situation where you want to be like, oh, yeah, that's totally normal. So I freak out internally. Obviously, you can't show emotions on the outside, but I was like, what is happening? And all of them synchronized, say, like, I don't, like, it sounded kind of threatening. It was just, like, so weird. But they said, like, so-and-so likes you, but, like, all, like, really loud. So the person heard that. The person was in this class, by the way. It was really bad, because I looked over at the person, and the dude just looked so embarrassed and, like, wanted to curl up in a ball and die. But I just, you know, in 6th grade, I also didn't like people, so, buddy, you came a bit ahead of time, so I wouldn't even had a chance. But also, you know, his name is kind of, if you think top 10 weirdest name, not, like, weirdest names, top 10 weirdest the kids that are weird, those names. You understand? He has one of those names. So, and he was also kind of strange, but he was not one of the strangest kids that I ran across in 6th grade. But I still wouldn't have dated him. But also it was 6th grade, so I was like, what? 11 at that time. No, I don't want to date at this point, and I'm almost 15. No, I'm okay. I don't get how some kids were in like 4th grade and started dating people. You're not actually dating. You're just friends. You're doing it for popularity. You're not actually friends. Some of the kids that were dating in like 4th, 5th, 6th grade were literally just hanging out together and like holding hands. And they would entirely do it because they claimed they were popular because of it. Which, yes, it was mostly the popular kids who would do it. But like, you people, you didn't even go on dates. You literally just went to school and were like hanging out. You ate lunch together. Oh boy. You ate lunch together. Oh god. You know, scary topics right there. But like, it was just, no, I didn't say anything to the dude. We all just kind of went to the bathroom and I kind of laughed with my friend about it who was in that class. Because everyone in the class heard it. Like 8 of the popular kids just came up to me and said it out loud. And so obviously, I think their point was for everyone to hear it, but also like, the kid was not popular. I'm not popular. If that was unclear, I am not popular in the slightest. So one, I am surprised that they knew my name. I forgot to say that they said, Hannah, so and so likes you, and so I'm like, you know my name? What? And it scared me, to be perfectly honest. I was like, what? Because this thing does not happen very often. I guess that's fine though, because I prefer it not to happen. That's how 6th grade kind of worked for me. It was so weird. I was so confused. I was mostly confused, but I was just lost the entirety of the time. But we're getting to the end of the video, so I hope you enjoyed my really random stories from the 6th grade, and just other things that I talked about in this video. But it's almost screenshots time, so oh my god, do I remember my own outro? So I post a new video every day of the week, so you can watch another video tomorrow. Bye.